Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today I'm here to tell you why I love Russell Westbrook to the Los Angeles Clippers. Welcome to 24 Hour Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today I'm talking about why the Russell Westbrook experiment has gone completely wrong for the Los Angeles Clippers. I made a video last week and I said I love Russell Westbrook going to the Clippers, but this is not what I envisioned. It's going a little bit different than what I had planned out for this team. I don't like what I'm seeing, but Russell Westbrook isn't the reason that the Clippers have lost every game since he started playing there. There's a lot that we have to get into, so I'm going to start to unpack that now. First thing I want to start off with. I want to start off with some of the stats. Paul George had a pretty decent night. Kawhi had an average night. He shot 7 for 19. Not a great shooting night by his standards. Russell Westbrook, 5 for 11, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. 4 turnovers. We don't like the turnovers, but that's not terribly bad. Norman Powell was the guy who struggled, especially to shoot. But I want to get into how did they lose? Anthony Edwards didn't have a big game. Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid were the two guys that really stood out to me from the Timberwolves, and they played great, shooting the three, getting into the paint, getting any shot they wanted to, really. And that's why I'm saying the defense for the Clippers, something has to change. They switch in the zones. They play man. They do everything. They gave the Timberwolves so much looks, and it didn't even matter. And the guy that I think has been the problem for this team, I was high on him. Mason Plumlee is not that guy. He's not the guy for the Clippers. I watched it all last night. We got Jordan McLaughlin. We got Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, everybody getting their shot. Terran Prince. Everybody getting their shot at Mason Plumlee. They're taking him on ISOs. They're putting him in pick and roll, shooting the ball over him, taking him to the hole. It's everything on Mason Plumlee. And in that third quarter where they gained a 10-point lead, they went at him all quarter. The fourth quarter was a little different. The Clippers tried to make a run to get back in the game. Paul George played big. I'm going to get into something else about that fourth quarter. But Mason Plumlee, every time they pointed him out, they spotted him out, and they got exactly the same shot that they wanted time and time again. Something has to change. Even with the Zoo, I think Zoo came in and gave some good minutes defensively. I like what he brings offensively, can rebound, can dunk. But as far as the big, what is the answer? Nicholas Batum got some key minutes. So what can we do when we go small? They went small, they went big. Neither lineups really worked from a defensive standpoint. And since Russell Westbrook has got there, let me get into that for you. They're in the bottom half of every defensive stat. Defensive efficiency, defensive shooting percentage, everything. Turnovers are bad. They haven't defended, and that has been their calling card that has let them have a solid record, even while the offense hasn't remained up to par. In these last few games, they've been scoring pretty decent. We talk about the Kings game. That may have their stats inflated a bit, but even minus that game, they're still ranked in the bottom half. If we just take that away, they scored 170 points. So let's forget about that. Let's throw that out of our memories. They're still a terrible defensive team post All-Star break, and that's not going to win you a championship. That's not going to contend in the West. So how do we fix it? The guards, they were going at Norman Powell. Terrence Mann has to be the guy who's getting the most minutes out of this thing. And I said that from the beginning. I said I would start Terrence Mann over Westbrook for defensive purposes. I'm coming out there with the starting lineup. Like I said, I like that lineup. I like Terrence Mann because he's 6'5", all right? Bones Highland, Eric Gordon, those guys aren't that. Norman Powell, he's also running about 6'2", 6'3", whatever you want to call it. So I have him starting for a defensive purpose. They're not doing that. Russell Westbrook is not, I wouldn't say he's just a liability on defense, but he's not Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann is bigger, and he's a plus defender in my book. So Paul George and Kawhi, where are they? You know, looking at last night on the break, Timberwolves running in transition. The guys looking like they don't care, especially in the late game. Russell Westbrook, this is what frustrated me. This is what made me almost throw the remote at the TV. You got 105 to 98. And you're down by 7 to the Timberwolves. And you're still in this game. You still have a chance to win this thing. I thought they had a shot. Russell Westbrook, Tyronn Lue, why is Russell Westbrook in the equation for isolation? Why did Russell Westbrook go down the court and shoot a post fadeaway in the clutch down by 7 when you could have won the game? Why was that ever the play call? A post fade by Russell Westbrook when you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on the court. That's the problem. These guys can't be deferring to Russell Westbrook in the clutch. Paul George, you have to step up. You were getting pretty hot in that fourth quarter. Where did you go? Kawhi Leonard didn't have a big fourth quarter, but it was all frustrating because I don't understand. You have the two quote-unquote elite wing defenders. You got Terrence Mann, you got Zoo, you got Powell, you got all of these guys. Terrence Mann's Bones. Bones really didn't play much last night. But what, Robert Covington, does he have to get more minutes? What is the answer? Because right now, defensively, you've been terrible. I can't sugarcoat that. Offensively, like I said, I like some things that I saw. Had a pretty rough shooting night. Shot well from the free throw line. And I don't worry about that because you have superstars. You're going to get it going offensively sooner or later. But defensively, you can't turn that on and off. You have to play defense. And last night, they didn't play defense. That's why you got the result that you got. You turned over the basketball in the fourth quarter. Last thing I want to leave on. Russell Westbrook, I thought we brought him in to be the facilitator. I thought we brought him in to get us into our sets, to slow it down, to be the traditional point guard. I thought that's why we brought him here. But in the fourth quarter, I didn't see any of that. I saw Kawhi Leonard scrambling, rumbling. I saw Nicholas Batum scrambling, rumbling. Paul George scrambling, rumbling. Turning over the ball. Nicholas Batum throwing it to the crowd. And he's yelling at guys. A guy was supposed to be in that corner on that specific turnover that I'm talking about. But he's throwing the ball away. Everybody's throwing the ball away. Guys are running behind. It was a possession where it was like 4 turnovers back to back. Anthony Edwards got to steal. McLaughlin got to steal. Prince got to steal. Paul George got to steal. Batum got to steal. Everybody, they were going back and forth. Turnover, turnover. You get one, I get one. We all have fun. So, I just want to throw the stats away. Let's throw that away. And now, I'm going to leave us on this note. We got to defend. We have to play defense if we're the Los Angeles Clippers. If we want to win, if we want to contend, last night is not going to get you there. I'm now announcing my free shoe giveaway where you get to pick your own. And we're announcing this giveaway at 1,000 subs to end. It's easy, and all you got to do is must be subscribed, like a video, comment free entry, and below that, put your Instagram and Facebook name and you win. First entry is free. Other entries after that are $1. Let's get to it. Let's enter.